This is a legend in Keralolpathy, the origin of Kerala, a work believed to have been written in the 17th century. The conceptualization of the Naga idol may have been based on the Nagas who are said to have inhabited the dense forests of Kerala at the time of the arrival of the Brahmins. In the collective unconscious of the primitive tribes who worshipped everything that appeared supernatural to them, the image of the serpent lay coiled. Sacred groves are the last remnants of the evergreen forests that once covered the Kerala coast and the Midland. It was faith in the supernatural which shielded these last vestiges of tropical rainforests. Early man was willing to share his habitat with other living beings and considered the protection of these groves a matter of faith. Thanks to his attitude, every home had a sacred grove.
പണ്ടൊരു സർപ്പക്കാവൻ വീട്ടിൻ പിന്നിൽ പകലും ഇരുട്ടിൻ വീടായി കണ്ടു ഭയാദ്ഭുത ഭക്ത്യാഹ്ലാദ പുരസ്സരമെന്നുട ബാല്യപ്രായം നാടിൻ മണ്ണിൽ തെങ്ങു കവുങ്ങാൽ നെടിയ ജയക്കൊടി നാട്ടിയ നാളും കാടിൽ പൂർവസ്വപ്നം പോറ്റിയ കുടുമ വളർത്തിയ കാരണവന്മാർ തൽ ദൃഢവിശ്വാസത്തിൽ ചുറ്റിപ്പുറ്റുകൾ തീർത്ത സർപ്പക്കാവിൽ ചിത്രശിലാകൂടങ്ങളിൽ വാണൊരദൃശ്യ ഭയങ്ങളെ ആരാധിപ്പാൻ
Sarpantulal, the ritual dance where the dancers enter into a trance and erase the snake images created on the floor of the Sarpakalam with natural powders and paste, must be the continuation of some non-Aryan ritual which the primitive tribes used to practice. They must have seen the granite images of snakes installed in their sacred groves as repositories of supernatural power. And the Brahmins who displaced them must have used this concept to weave myths and legends on the origin of the serpent clan. Although Kerala has a large number of groves dedicated to the mother goddess, male gods and animal gods, the largest number of groves are dedicated to serpents. Every rural Hindu household, regardless of caste divisions, used to have sacred groves.
കാണാൻ ബോധിച്ച
The sacred groves in these homesteads were considered abodes of the serpent gods who could turn the objects of their anger into lepers and who would protect the fetus with affection. The groves in the temple precincts constitute a well-knit complex comprising the grove, the temple, and the path linking the two. Once upon a time, this complex used to be the heart of the village. Had the Midlands and the Kerala coast continued to have forest cover, Kerala would have had vast stretches of evergreen forests covering almost its entire length. That only the sacred groves remain today is clear proof that human intervention has taken its toll on the evergreen forests. Sacred groves are, in a sense, the realization of the concept of the good earth, where all the living organisms can coexist. This is what the biodiversity in the sacred groves exemplifies. Life evolved into its present form in forests. The sacred groves are forests in miniature, and they symbolize in miniature the evolution of life forms. An evergreen forest is constituted of several big and small ecosystems. The sacred groves are strikingly similar to the evergreen forest, and this similarity is reflected best in the ecosystems of the two. These sanctuaries for diverse life forms were fortunate to survive under the shield of faith, even as the surrounding forests were destroyed. The sacred groves hold in their lap such basic life forms as algae and fungi and a wonderful variety of small plants and weeds. Wild date palms, the predecessors of which were witnesses to the Jurassic Age, are a common sight in the sacred groves of Kerala. The presence of a variety of flowering and non-flowering plants and native trees, including some believed to be on the verge of extinction, makes the protection of these green islands all the more important. The sacred groves hold within them a large collection of plant varieties which are prone to endemism. In fact, The groves are the last refuge of the endemic plant varieties which grow only in the evergreen forests. A large number of medicinal plants are also to be found in the sacred groves. The faith-induced environmental consciousness, deep knowledge of Ayurveda among the landowners, and the proficiency in the indigenous system of medicine among the lower castes had played a major role in protecting the sacred groves. They never plucked any medicinal plant from the groves. In addition to the medicinal plants, the sacred groves often have a rich collection of crops such as pepper and nutmeg. The groves are filled with roots that intertwine like giant snakes. These arbors are green monuments of a system of plant life based on the concept of even sharing of heaven and earth. Apart from the Western Ghats, these are the only places where indigenous orchid varieties, which are crucial links in evolution and which cannot bear even the mildest of environmental impact, can be seen. Many of these orchids are also endowed with rare medicinal properties. The variety of fauna in the sacred groves is awe-inspiring. Even the sacred groves in the homesteads have ecosystems which encapsulate in them a wide variety of animal species ranging from termites, ants, worms and flies to reptiles, birds and higher animals. Even as life rages outside, they thrive within the self-contained ecosystem inside the groves. The majority of the 400 bird varieties seen in Kerala can be found in the sacred groves. Among them are birds which are permanent residents, those who come for breeding, and migratory birds. No life form in nature is eternal. Each tree that completes its life cycle and falls becomes the source of 1,000 other organisms. They embrace eternity by becoming yet another link in life's journey. Humus from the species that die out creates a moist layer on the floor of the groves, facilitating luxuriant undergrowth. During the rainy season, water gets collected between the layers of fallen leaves and slowly seeps to the soil underneath. It is this gift of the sacred groves to the groundwater table that helps village ponds and raw wells to retain water even during the height of summer. The groves are the lungs of the countryside. Apart from man, the main enemy of the sacred groves and the flora inside them are the weeds that entangle the huge trees. The drying up of wells situated close to the sacred groves is also upsetting the rhythm of life in these sacred groves. Intrusion of alien plant species is yet another major threat. But it is man's interference which is the most serious threat that the groves face today. Are the beliefs which once saved the sacred groves from being uprooted by the inexorable march of time now shielding them or devastating them?
വിശ്വാസത്തിന്റെ പേരിലാണ് കാവുകൾ സംരക്ഷിക്കപ്പെട്ടു വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. വിശ്വാസത്തിന്റെ പേരിൽ തന്നെയാണ് ഇന്ന് വ്യാപകമായിട്ട് കാവുകൾ നശിപ്പിക്കപ്പെട്ട് കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതേക്കുറിച്ച് അങ്ങയുടെ അഭിപ്രായം എന്താണ്?
നമ്മുടെ ജനസംഖ്യാനുപാതകത്തിൻ്റെയും നാഗരികവൽക്കരണത്തിൻ്റെയും ഫലമായിട്ടാണ് പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും ഇന്ന് കാവുകൾ മുറിച്ചു മാറ്റപ്പെട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്.
വിശ്വാസങ്ങളുടെ സംരക്ഷണവും നാഗകാവുകളുടെ സംരക്ഷണവും ഒന്നിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പറ്റില്ലേ?
ഒന്നിച്ച് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ വിരോധമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് തന്നെ പയ്യന്നൂരിനടുത്ത് കരിവള്ളൂർ ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത് ഇതുപോലെ നാട്ടുകാരൊക്കെ കൂടി കാവ് പഴയ പോലെ തന്നെ നിലനിർത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് വീണ്ടും പുനഃപ്രതിഷ്ഠയൊക്കെ നടത്തുകയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. അത് ഇന്നും വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നടന്നു വരുന്നുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അറിവ്.
പ്രതിഷ്ഠകൾ ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നാഗപ്രതിഷ്ഠകൾക്കൊപ്പം ഈ വിശുദ്ധ വനങ്ങൾ ഇല്ലല്ലോ?
വനങ്ങളായിട്ടില്ല പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും.
യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ നാഗാരാധന ഇപ്പോൾ കൂടിക്കൂടി വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഈ നാഗക്കാവുകൾ വെട്ടുന്നതനുസരിച്ച് തന്നെ നാഗാരാധനയിൽ കുറവ് വരുന്നില്ലല്ലോ?
ഇല്ല, നാഗാരാധന ഇന്നും പഴയതുപോലെ തന്നെ നിലനിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അഭിപ്രായം.
അപ്പോൾ ഈ പുതിയ നാഗക്കാവുകൾ വെട്ടുന്നതനുസരിച്ച് നാഗക്കാവുകൾ പുതുതായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നുണ്ടോ അതിന് അനുപാതികമായിട്ട്?
ഉണ്ടാവുന്നുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ അഭിപ്രായം. എങ്കിലും അത് കാവായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സങ്കല്പത്തിന് നമ്മളുടെ ദൃഷ്ടിയിൽ അതിന് ചെറിയ മാറ്റം വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. വളരെ ചെറിയ കണക്കിൽ ഒതുങ്ങാവുന്ന ചെറിയ കോൺക്രീറ്റ് സർപ്പക്കാവുകളായിട്ട് വൃക്ഷം ഇല്ല.
The sad fact is that concrete idols and accompanying interests are getting installed in our minds and in the groves. Today, it is easy to clear the sacred groves in the homesteads. The divine glory of the snake gods can be made to transmigrate to the concrete idols using some priestly rituals. It is said that once this is done, the sacred groves can be cleared without angering the gods. At least one grove is being erased thus every week. The lesson is simple. That which was once being protected by faith is now falling to the same sword.
പൂജിക്കും